So I attended a Catholic high school, and my teacher and I had a really good relationship, and he invited me to come to this retreat, and I was hesitant at the time to go, and I at the time really was concerned with popularity and hanging out with people that were considered to be popular, and so I wanted to just, please them. But when my teacher invited me, I was like, he seems like a cool guy, maybe I'll go. And so I ended up going on the retreat, and when I went on the retreat, there was a night of worship, and I found randomly a booklet, and inside of the booklet it had the gospel message, and I read it, and I had never heard it before, and so at that moment it was a pivotal point in my faith and my walk with Jesus, and at that point I accepted Jesus as my Lord and Savior. So after I had come back from the retreat, everyone noticed that there was just something different about me, and I began hanging out with different people and people that weren't necessarily considered popular. So my friends before I went on the retreat were a bit confused, and so my behavior was different, and overall just I was different. So which then God had led me to, really pursue reading the Bible and learning more about Him, which then led my family and I to Riverside, because we really wanted to find a gospel-centered church that was, really spirit-led, and that there was a body of believers that were into having a relationship with Jesus. So God placed Riverside right in front of us, and it was right down the street from our house. We didn't even know about it. And so that has been such a blessing to us, just being at Riverside. And I read the Bible with Stephanie Dobak, and she really taught me a ton. And then the Lord really was calling me to start a Bible study at my school, because I could really see a need for it. And so there's been a ton of blessing that has come from leading that Bible study and just facilitating kids that are my friends and people that I didn't even know were on campus, and who didn't know Jesus or really had never opened the Bible before. And so that's been a huge blessing and a very big part of what God has been doing in my life, and just leading me to say yes to whatever He's called me to do. So if someone were to ask me growing up, do you believe in Jesus, I would have said yes. But after I had that pivotal moment of really receiving the gospel and accepting Jesus, I just had a different understanding, because I realized that Jesus personally died for my sins on the cross, and it just became more personal, and it was more of a relationship, and I didn't have an understanding of that before. To be completely honest, before I was saved, I really didn't think that I really had Christianity as a separate part of my life. I would picture Sundays are for church, and that's just what people do on Sundays, and then Monday comes around and you can just forget about it until Sunday again. But when it's a huge difference, because it's every single day, it's your life, and it's the best way to live. And it's not always going to be easy, which I have experienced, and it's not always going to be popular, but it is the path to life. My name is Alyssa Messina, and Jesus is my Lord and Savior.
All right, so we have to honestly say, man, your life recently, if I could summarize it, has really been about obedience. She has been extremely obedient, whatever God has called her to do. And so this is just another step in your walk, which is one of obedience also. And so we told Alyssa when she said that she was going to come and get baptized